Have you ever wondered if ancient wisdom could unlock modern success?
Interesting question.
Well, we're going to find out as we dive deep into The Richest Man in Babylon
Oh, classy.
by George Clason.
Right.
This book has captivated readers for almost a century.
I can see why.
And we're going to unpack why its lessons on things like
Oh, like what?
thrift, financial planning, and wealth building are still so powerful today.
For sure.
So
It's amazing how this book, written in the 1920s and set in ancient Babylon, still resonates
you really did.
with readers in the 21st century. I think it's the parables that make it feel almost like Aesop's fables.
Right.
But instead of moral lessons, it's offering timeless financial wisdom.
And it does so with such vivid imagery.
Oh, absolutely.
One of the proverbs that really caught my eye was, "If a man be lucky, there is no foretelling the possible extent of his good fortune.
Okay.
Pitch him into the Euphrates, and like as not, he will swim out with a pearl in his hand."
Wow.
What do you make of that?
Well, it's not really about luck, is it?
Right.
It's about being prepared and ready to seize opportunities.
Yeah.
This book consistently emphasizes taking control of your financial destiny.
Right.
And this proverb perfectly encapsulates the idea.
It really does.
So imagine you're in ancient Babylon.
Okay.
You're working hard, but struggling to make ends meet.
Yeah.
You start noticing that some people, like Arkad, the richest man in the city,
Right.
they seem to effortlessly attract wealth.
Yeah.
That's where we meet Bansir and Kobe.
That's right. Yeah.
They're the ones who decide to go straight to Arkad
Uh-huh.
and ask for his secrets.
Do you think that would work in the real world? Just walking up to the wealthiest person you know
Oh, I see what you're saying.
and asking for financial advice.
It's a bold move.
It is.
And it speaks to their desperation for a change in their circumstances.
Yeah.
They've been working tirelessly as a chariot builder and a musician,
Right.
but they haven't been able to achieve the financial stability they crave.
Right. Right.
So they realize that maybe, just maybe, wealth isn't about luck,
Yeah.
but about learning the right principles.
Exactly.
And that sets their journey in motion.
Yeah.
They gather their friends who are also facing financial struggles,
Right.
and they approach Arkad.
And what I find interesting is that Arkad doesn't hesitate to share his knowledge.
I know, right?
He doesn't present himself as someone with extraordinary talents,
No.
but rather as someone who diligently learned and applied specific laws of wealth.
That's a good way to put it.
He learned from his own mentor, Algamish.
Yeah,
Algamish emphasized the importance of saving, seeking expert advice,
Right.
and making your gold work for you.
Interesting.
Ideas that are remarkably similar to modern financial practices.
I was just thinking that.
Like they had budgeting apps and diversified investment portfolios
Wow.
back in ancient Babylon.
That's wild.
So Arkad lays out what he calls the 7 cures for a lean purse.
I like that.
These cures offer practical steps for anyone seeking to improve their financial situation.
Okay.
The first cure is to start thy purse to fattening
Right.
by saving at least 10% of your earnings, no matter how small.
Got it.
It emphasizes establishing a consistent saving habit from the very beginning.
Makes sense.
But how feasible is that in today's world?
That's a good question.
With so many financial pressures.
Yeah.
Do you think 10% is still a realistic goal for everyone?
Well, it's tough, that's for sure.
Yeah.
But it leads perfectly into the second cure,
Oh, okay.
which is about controlling expenditures.
Okay.
Essentially, it's about creating a budget
Yeah.
and making conscious spending choices.
Yeah.
Maybe if we're more mindful of our spending, that 10% saving goal becomes more achievable.
That's a good point.
It's about understanding where your money is going and making adjustments. Right.
To align your spending with your financial goals.
Right.
Now, once you've started saving, the third cure encourages you to make thy gold multiply.
I like that.
This is where investing comes in.
Okay, got it.
The idea being that your savings should generate passive income for you.
So it's not just about tucking your money away.
Right.
It's about putting it to work.
Exactly.
But I imagine that even back then, there were risky investments.
Oh, for sure.
How did the Babylonians guard their treasures from loss, as the fourth cure suggests?
Well, they sought advice from those skilled in handling money.
Okay.
Much like we consult financial advisors today,
Right.
it highlights the importance of due diligence and not falling for get-rich-quick schemes.
I bet those were just as prevalent in ancient Babylon.
Oh, absolutely.
And then there's the fifth cure,
Okay.
Make of thy dwelling a profitable investment.
All right.
Back then, this meant owning your own home,
Got it.
a concept that's still considered a cornerstone of wealth building today. For sure.
It's fascinating how certain financial principles
It really is.
transcend time and cultures.
Yeah,
But homeownership can be a complex topic today.
it can be.
Do you think it's still a universally applicable cure?
I don't know about that.
Considering factors like
Yeah.
affordability
Right.
and changing lifestyles,
Good points.
that's a conversation for another time, maybe.
Maybe.
But you've hit on something important.
Oh, what's that?
These ancient cures need to be considered within the context of our modern world.
You're right.
Now, the sixth cure focuses on securing your future income.
Okay.
Even back then, they understood the need to plan for retirement and provide for your family's financial security.
I see.
It reminds us that financial well-being is not just about today,
Right.
but about building a secure future
Yeah.
for ourselves and those we care about.
I agree.
And how do you think the final cure,
Okay.
increase thy ability to earn,
Yeah.
resonates in today's rapidly evolving job market?
Well, it feels incredibly relevant.
It does, doesn't it?
In today's world, continuous learning and skill development
Yes.
are crucial for staying competitive
Yeah.
and increasing your earning potential.
Right.
It's no longer enough to rely on one skill set for your entire career.
Exactly.
You have to adapt, learn, and grow.
It's interesting how these ancient cures touch upon concepts that we still grapple with today.
Yeah.
Budgeting, investing, home ownership,
Right.
retirement planning, and professional development.
That's so true.
It shows that the fundamental principles of wealth building haven't really changed that much.
Yeah, they really haven't.
And this leads us to another set of key principles from the book, the 5 Laws of Gold.
Oh, yes, the 5 Laws of Gold.
These are presented through the story of Nomasir,
Okay.
Arkad's son,
Got it.
who's given a significant sum of gold,
Okay.
but initially struggles to manage it wisely.
His story is a cautionary tale, isn't it?
It is.
It highlights the dangers of impulsive spending
Yeah.
and making investment decisions
Right.
without proper knowledge or guidance.
It's a reminder that simply having wealth
Right?
doesn't guarantee financial success.
For sure.
You need to understand how to manage it responsibly,
Yeah,
which is where the 5 laws come in.
exactly.
The first law reinforces that crucial principle we discussed earlier, saving at least 10% of your earnings.
Yeah, that's a big one.
It's like the foundation upon which all the other laws are built.
It makes sense.
It's repeated throughout the book, and for good reason.
It's important.
Building that habit of saving consistently sets the stage for long-term financial stability.
I agree.
What about the second law?
Okay, the second law.
How did the Babylonians make their gold work for them?
Well, they believed in making wise investments
Okay,
that would generate passive income,
got it.
but it wasn't about reckless speculation.
All right.
The third law stressed the importance of protecting your investments
Okay.
by seeking advice from those with proven expertise.
So it's not just about earning money.
Right.
It's about safeguarding what you've earned.
Absolutely.
What stands out to you about the remaining 2 laws?
Well, the fourth law cautions against investing in areas
Okay.
outside your understanding or without seeking expert guidance.
Got it.
It's about staying within your circle of competence
Uh-huh.
and avoiding risky ventures
Right.
that promise unrealistic returns.
Yeah.
And finally, the fifth law warns against falling prey to get-rich-quick schemes.
I see.
It emphasizes the importance of patience and consistency,
Yeah.
reminding us that true wealth is built over time,
Right.
not overnight.
The story of Nomasir perfectly illustrates this contrast
It does.
between quick wealth and lasting wealth.
Right.
He initially squanders his inheritance
Yeah.
on impulsive purchases and ill-advised investments,
Oh, no.
seeking quick gains that ultimately lead to losses.
Wow.
But he doesn't give up, does he?
No, he doesn't.
He eventually remembers his father's wisdom,
Yeah.
studies the 5 laws of gold,
Right.
and learns to manage his wealth responsibly,
Good for him.
ultimately achieving lasting success.
It's inspiring to see how he turns things around
It is.
by applying those timeless principles.
Yeah.
And you know what's fascinating?
What's that?
The book doesn't limit itself to personal finance.
What do you mean?
It explores broader themes
Really?
that are applicable to various aspects of life,
Oh, interesting.
weaving them into other captivating parables.
You're thinking of stories like the gold lender of Babylon,
Yeah.
the walls of Babylon,
Uh-huh.
the camel trader of Babylon,
Yes.
and the luckiest man in Babylon, right?
Exactly.
Each of these parables offers unique insights and lessons
That's right.
that go beyond just managing money.
It's like the book is saying that the principles of wealth building
Yeah.
are also principles for building a good life.
And that's something we can all relate to, isn't it?
Absolutely.
The desire for a fulfilling life.
Yeah.
That encompasses not just financial security,
Right,
but
right.
also purpose, meaning, and connection.
I agree.
Absolutely.
So, should we delve into these other parables?
Yes, let's delve into these other parables
good.
and see what wisdom we can glean from them.
Sounds good.
I'm particularly intrigued by the gold lender of Babylon.
Okay.
What can you tell us about that one?
Well, that parable, as the title suggests,
Yeah.
delves into the world of lending and borrowing.
Okay.
But it does so much more than just offer financial advice. It raises thought-provoking questions
Like what?
about responsibility, trust,
Okay.
and the importance of assessing risk.
Makes sense.
It also highlights the delicate balance
Uh-huh.
between the lender's duty to protect their wealth
Yeah.
and the borrower's obligation to honor their debts.
It sounds like it's as much about character and integrity
Absolutely.
as it is about financial transaction.
It really is.
What about the walls of Babylon?
Oh, yeah, that's a good one.
I'm curious about how a story about walls can relate to personal finance.
Well, that parable uses the impressive walls of Babylon
Right.
as a powerful metaphor
Oh.
for personal resilience and preparedness.
Okay.
It suggests that just as strong walls protect a city from invaders,
Mhm.
a solid financial foundation
Yeah.
can help us withstand life's unexpected challenges.
It makes me think about how important it is
Yeah,
to build up our financial defenses, so to speak,
I agree.
so that we're not easily toppled by financial setbacks
Right.
or unforeseen circumstances.
Exactly.
What about the camel trader of Babylon?
Oh, that's one of my favorites.
That one always stood out to me
Yeah.
because of its focus on hard work and determination.
Yeah, I love that about it.
It's a story about Debasir,
Right.
a man who journeys from slavery to freedom
Oh.
and ultimately achieves financial independence
Yeah.
through sheer grit
Uh-huh.
and relentless focus on his goals.
Good for him.
He's forced to flee Babylon due to debt.
Oh, no.
But instead of succumbing to despair,
Right.
he uses his skills and work ethic to rebuild his life.
It is a real inspiration.
His story is incredibly empowering
It is.
because it shows that no matter where you start,
Right.
with enough dedication and perseverance,
Yeah.
you can overcome obstacles and achieve your dreams.
I love that message.
And finally, we have The Luckiest Man in Babylon,
Oh, yeah, that one's interesting.
a parable that seems to challenge the very notion of luck.
Yeah, it really does.
It tells the tale of Sharunada,
Right.
a former slave who achieves great success.
Okay.
The parable emphasizes that
Okay.
while luck may play a role in our lives,
Sure.
it's our actions, mindset,
Uh-huh.
and willingness to seize opportunities
Yeah.
that truly shape our destiny.
That's a good point.
It's a reminder that we are not passive bystanders in our own lives.
Right.
We have the power to create our own luck, so to speak,
I like that.
by taking initiative, developing our skills,
Yeah.
and embracing a positive, proactive approach to life.
So true.
But before we dive deeper into these captivating parables and
Uh-huh.
the broader themes they explore,
Right.
let's take a moment to reflect on what we've uncovered so far.
Good idea.
What are some of the key takeaways that are resonating with you?
Well, one of the most striking things about this book is
Yeah.
how it seamlessly blends ancient wisdom
Right.
with modern relevance.
It does.
The principles it espouses,
Yeah.
like saving diligently,
Right.
budgeting wisely,
Right.
investing carefully,
Yes.
and continuously learning,
So true.
are as pertinent today
I agree.
as they were centuries ago.
And it's not just about accumulating wealth for the sake of it.
Exactly.
It's about building a life of purpose and fulfillment.
Yeah.
A life where financial security
Right.
provides the freedom to pursue your passions,
Mm-hmm.
contribute to your community, and make a positive impact on the world.
And speaking of impact, I'm also struck by the book's emphasis on ethical behavior.
Oh, good point.
Characters like Dabasir,
Yeah.
who prioritize honoring their debts
Hmm.
even when facing adversity,
Yeah.
and Arkad, who uses his wealth for philanthropic endeavors,
Okay.
demonstrate that true prosperity
Yeah.
encompasses not just financial success,
Right.
but also moral integrity.
It's a reminder that wealth without character is hollow.
It really is.
and that true wealth is about aligning our financial pursuits with our values
Absolutely.
and using our resources to make a positive difference.
I agree.
But I'm curious,
Yeah.
what are your thoughts on the book's approach to luck?
That's a good question.
Do you believe, as the parable of the luckiest man in Babylon suggests,
Okay.
that we create our own luck through our actions and mindset?
That's a really intriguing question.
It is, isn't it?
And one that I think we'll explore more
Yeah.
as we delve into the individual parables.
Yeah, good idea.
But before we do, I'd love to hear from you, the listener.
That's a great idea.
What's standing out to you so far?
Yeah, what are you thinking about?
Is there a particular principle or parable that's resonating with you?
Or maybe something you disagree with?
And more importantly,
Yeah.
how do you see these ancient lessons applying to your own life
Yeah,
and financial journey?
that's a really good question to ponder.
It is. It's fascinating how the richest man in Babylon manages to be both a practical guide to personal finance
Yeah,
and a philosophical exploration of wealth and its impact on our lives.
that's true.
One of the things that makes it so compelling is that it doesn't shy away from the human element of money.
Uh-huh.
We see characters grappling with debt,
Yeah.
making impulsive decisions, experiencing setbacks
Yeah.
that test their resilience.
Exactly.
Take Nomasir, for example.
Okay.
He inherits a fortune,
Right.
but initially lacks the wisdom to manage it responsibly.
Interesting.
His early mistakes, driven by a desire for quick wealth
Uh-huh.
and a lack of financial literacy,
Yeah.
resonate with anyone who's ever felt tempted by get-rich-quick schemes
Oh, yeah.
or struggled to control impulsive spending.
For sure.
His story's a reminder that wealth,
Right.
without the knowledge and discipline to manage it,
Mm-hmm.
can be fleeting,
Right.
but it's also a story of redemption.
I like that.
Nomasir eventually learns from his errors,
Okay.
embracing the 5 laws of gold and
Yeah.
achieving lasting financial success.
What do you think is the biggest takeaway from his journey?
For me, it's the importance of seeking guidance from those with experience.
Oh, okay.
Nomasir could have avoided many pitfalls
Yeah.
had he sought advice from wise mentors,
Uh-huh.
just as his father Arkad did before him.
Right. Yeah.
This highlights the value of financial education and mentorship, whether it's through books,
Yeah,
courses, or trusted advisors.
It's like that saying, you don't know what you don't know. And when it comes to finances,
Yeah,
sometimes the best investment you can make is in your own financial literacy.
I agree.
It's about recognizing that you don't have to figure everything out on your own.
Right?
There are resources and experts who can help you navigate the complexities of personal finance.
Absolutely.
And this idea of seeking guidance
Yeah.
extends beyond personal finance.
Oh, interesting.
It's a principle that can be applied to all aspects of life.
Okay.
We all have areas where we can benefit
Right.
from the wisdom and experience of others.
Sure.
Now let's shift our focus to another captivating parable, the gold lender of Babylon.
Oh, okay.
What intrigues you about this particular story?
I find it fascinating how this parable delves into the complexities of lending and borrowing,
Okay.
raising ethical questions about responsibility, trust, and risk assessment.
Yeah, those are good ones.
It's not just about the mechanics of financial transactions.
Right.
It's about the character of both the lender and the borrower.
It highlights the importance of due diligence,
Yes.
both for the lender,
Right.
who needs to assess the borrower's ability to repay, and for the borrower,
Yeah.
who must carefully consider the implications of taking on debt.
It's about making informed decisions
Yeah.
and honoring commitments.
And it's also about the lender's responsibility
Yes.
to ensure they're not enabling reckless behavior or taking advantage of someone's financial vulnerability.
It reminds us that financial transactions should be grounded in principles of fairness and ethical conduct.
Makes me think about the predatory lending practices
Oh, yeah.
that sometimes target individuals who are desperate for financial assistance.
It's a reminder that we should approach financial matters
Right.
with both prudence and compassion.
Now let's move on to the walls of Babylon, a parable that uses a powerful metaphor to illustrate the importance of resilience.
Yeah.
What's the connection you see between the walls of a city and personal finance?
Well, the walls of Babylon were renowned for their strength
Yeah.
and impenetrability, protecting the city from invaders.
Right.
Similarly, the parable suggests that a solid financial foundation can act as a protective barrier.
I see.
safeguarding us from life's unexpected storms.
It's about building up our financial defenses, so to speak,
Right.
through saving, investing wisely,
Yeah,
and managing debt responsibly.
exactly.
When we have that financial security, we're better equipped to handle unexpected job loss,
Right.
medical emergencies, or other financial setbacks.
Exactly.
It's like having a safety net
Yeah.
that allows us to navigate challenging times without being completely derailed.
It provides a sense of stability and peace of mind
Right.
that allows us to focus on other important aspects of our lives.
Now, the camel trader of Babylon
Yeah.
is a story that always inspires me.
Oh, yeah, I love that one.
It's about Dabasir,
Yeah.
a man who rises from slavery to achieve financial freedom
I know, it's amazing.
through sheer determination and hard work.
It's incredible.
What lessons do you think his journey holds for us?
Well, Dabasir's story
Right,
is
yeah.
a powerful testament to the transformative power
Yeah.
of a strong work ethic
Yeah.
and a relentless pursuit of one's goals.
He faces incredible adversity,
He does.
being forced to flee Babylon due to
Right.
debt,
Right.
but he never gives up on his dream
Yeah.
of achieving financial independence.
He embodies the spirit of resilience and perseverance,
Yeah.
demonstrating that even when faced with seemingly insurmountable obstacles,
I know, it's amazing.
we can overcome them through dedication and a refusal to be defeated.
His journey reminds us that our circumstances don't define us.
That's a good
Our
point.
choices and actions do.
And it highlights the importance of taking ownership of our financial situations.
Right.
Dabasir could have wallowed in self-pity
Yeah.
or blamed others for his misfortunes,
Right.
but instead he focuses on what he can control, his actions and his mindset.
His story is incredibly empowering
Absolutely.
because it shows that financial freedom is attainable for anyone willing to put in the effort and make the necessary sacrifices.
I agree.
It's about embracing a growth mindset,
Yeah.
learning from setbacks, and continuously striving for improvement.
And finally, we have The Luckiest Man in Babylon,
Oh, yeah.
a parable that challenges us
Oh, yeah.
to rethink our perceptions of luck. It suggests that while chance may play a role in our lives, our actions and mindset are far more influential
Right.
in shaping our outcomes.
It tells the story of Sharunada,
Yeah.
a man who achieves great success,
Okay.
not through sheer luck,
Right.
but through a combination of hard work,
Yeah.
strategic decision-making, and a willingness to seize opportunities.
His journey underscores the importance of preparation,
Yeah.
initiative,
Uh-huh.
and a belief in one's ability to create a better future.
It's like that saying, luck is what happens when preparation meets opportunity.
Exactly.
Sharunada was prepared to seize the opportunities that came his way
Yes.
because he had developed the necessary skills,
Right?
cultivated a positive mindset,
Uh-huh.
and put himself in a position to succeed.
Good for him.
His story is a powerful reminder that we are not passive bystanders in our own lives.
Right.
We have the power to shape our destinies
Uh-huh.
through our choices and actions.
I agree.
It's about embracing a proactive approach to life and taking responsibility for creating the outcomes we desire.
I love that.
Now, I'd love to hear your thoughts on these parables.
Okay.
Which one resonated most with you and why?
That's a tough one.
Yeah, there are a lot of good ones.
They're all so thought-provoking.
They are.
And what specific lessons or insights do you think you can apply to your own life?
Perhaps Dabasir's unwavering determination in The Camel Trader of Babylon inspires you to pursue your financial goals with renewed vigor.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Or maybe the protective symbolism of the walls in The Walls of Babylon
Right.
motivates you to strengthen your financial foundation.
Those are great examples.
Whatever resonates with you,
Yeah.
I encourage you to reflect on how these ancient stories
Yeah.
can guide you on your modern financial journey.
And remember, as the richest man in Babylon reminds us,
Yeah,
the journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step.
exactly.
Start by implementing one small change today,
Oh, that's good advice.
whether it's setting aside a small amount for saving,
Okay.
creating a budget,
Mm-hmm.
or seeking advice from a trusted financial expert.
Right.
And just like those ancient Babylonians,
Yeah.
you too can build a legacy of prosperity and abundance,
I like that.
one brick at a time.
But before we wrap up our deep dive into The Richest Man in Babylon,
Okay.
there's one final theme I'd like to explore.
Oh, what's that?
The concept of community
Okay.
and the role that relationships play in our financial well-being. The book subtly highlights the importance of connections and support systems,
Mm-hmm.
showcasing characters who help each other navigate financial challenges
Right.
and celebrate successes.
It's true.
It's often thought that personal finance is an individual endeavor,
Right.
but the book reminds us that we're not alone in this journey.
Yeah, that's a good point.
We all need support, guidance, and encouragement along the way.
I agree.
And sometimes, the greatest wealth we can accumulate
Yeah.
is the richness of our relationships.
Yeah, all said.
Take, for example, the story of Dabasir,
Okay.
camel trader of Babylon.
Yeah.
Even after he flees Babylon in disgrace,
Uh-huh.
his friends believe in his potential
Right.
and lend him the money he needs to rebuild his life.
That's true.
Their belief in him plays a crucial role in his eventual redemption and success.
I think you're right.
It's a beautiful example of the power of community
Absolutely.
and the importance of surrounding ourselves with
Yeah.
people who believe in us,
Mm.
even when we doubt ourselves.
So important.
Their support can provide the strength and motivation we need
Yeah.
to overcome obstacles and achieve our goals.
And it's not just about receiving support.
Right.
It's also about giving back.
Yeah.
And supporting others on their financial journeys.
That's a good point.
The book subtly encourages generosity,
Okay.
suggesting that true wealth is not just about personal gain,
Mhm.
but also about using our resources to uplift others.
Arkad, the richest man in Babylon,
Right.
embodies this principle.
Yeah.
He's known for his philanthropy
Yeah. Uh-huh.
and his willingness to share his knowledge and resources
Right.
with those seeking to improve their financial well-being.
He understands that true prosperity
Yeah.
is about creating abundance for all,
Right.
not just for oneself.
It's about recognizing that our financial journeys are interconnected
Absolutely.
and that by helping others succeed,
Yeah.
we contribute to a more prosperous and equitable society. So as we delve deeper into this idea of community and its impact on our financial lives,
Yeah.
I encourage you to reflect on your own support system.
Good idea.
Who are the people in your life who champion your financial goals
It's a good question to think about.
and offer guidance and encouragement?
And how can you, in turn, support others on their paths to financial well-being?
That's an important one.
Remember, financial success is not a zero-sum game.
Exactly.
We can all rise together,
I love that.
creating a tide that lifts all boats.
Yeah,
It's amazing how the richest man in Babylon
I know, right?
seamlessly weaves these individual stories of financial journeys
Yeah.
with a broader message about community and shared prosperity.
It's subtle, but it's definitely there.
It is.
The book reminds us that financial well-being isn't just about individual success.
Right.
It's about creating a society
Yeah,
where everyone has the opportunity to thrive.
exactly.
And it challenges us to think about how we can use our own financial resources to support others and contribute to a more equitable world.
It's like that proverb we discussed earlier.
Yeah, which one?
If a man be lucky, there is no foretelling the possible extent of his good fortune.
Right.
But what if that good fortune wasn't just about individual gain?
Interesting.
What if it was about creating a ripple effect of prosperity
Right.
that extends beyond ourselves?
It's a powerful thought, isn't it?
It is.
Imagine a world where financial success is seen as a collective endeavor,
Wow.
where we support each other's financial well-being,
Yeah.
share knowledge freely, and celebrate each other's achievements.
It would require a shift in mindset, wouldn't it?
It would.
Moving away from a scarcity mentality where we view financial success as a limited pie that we must compete for,
Right.
and embracing an abundance mentality where
Yeah.
we believe there's enough for everyone to thrive.
It's about recognizing that our financial journeys are interconnected
Yes.
and that by helping others succeed,
Yeah.
we ultimately contribute to our own well-being.
It's a win-win scenario, really.
It is.
And it aligns with the principles of generosity
Ah,
and ethical conduct that are woven throughout the book.
good point.
Characters like Arkad, who uses his wealth to support those in need,
Right.
and Dabasir, who prioritizes honoring his debts even when facing adversity,
Yeah.
demonstrate that true wealth encompasses more than just financial gain.
It's about aligning our financial pursuits with our values
Absolutely.
and using our resources to make a positive impact on the world.
I agree.
It's about recognizing that money is a tool
Yeah.
that can be used for good,
Uh-huh.
for creating opportunities, for
Right.
building a more just and equitable society.
And speaking of impact,
Yeah.
one of the things that struck me about The Richest Man in Babylon
Okay.
is its emphasis on the importance of having a clear purpose
Yeah.
for your wealth.
It's not just about accumulating money for the sake of it. It's about defining what financial freedom means to you.
Yeah.
And using your resources to achieve those goals.
It's about aligning your financial decisions with your values and aspirations.
What do you want to achieve with your wealth?
That's the question, isn't it?
Do you want to travel the world?
Yeah.
Pursue creative endeavors? Start a business?
Right.
Support charitable causes? Or simply secure a comfortable future for yourself and your loved ones?
Having a clear purpose can provide motivation and direction.
It can.
Guiding your financial choices.
Right.
And helping you stay focused on what truly matters.
It's about making your money work for you.
Exactly.
Not the other way around.
It's about taking control of your financial destiny and using your resources to create the life you envision.
So as we conclude our deep dive into The Richest Man in Babylon, I encourage you to reflect on what financial freedom means to you.
That's a good one.
What are your aspirations?
It's a good question.
What legacy do you want to create with your wealth?
And remember, the journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step.
I love that saying.
Start by implementing one small change today.
What kind of change?
Whether it's setting aside a small amount for saving, creating a budget, or seeking advice from a trusted financial expert.
Right.
The principles outlined in this ancient text are as relevant today as they were centuries ago.
Yeah.
They offer a timeless roadmap to financial well-being.
They do.
Reminding us that true prosperity is within reach for anyone willing to learn, adapt, and persevere.
So take the wisdom of the Babylonians to heart.
It's good advice.
And start building your own legacy of abundance.
Yeah.
One brick at a time.
I like that.
Well, that about wraps up our deep dive into The Richest Man in Babylon.
He is a good one.
I hope you enjoyed our exploration of this timeless classic.
Me too.
Until next time.
See you then.